Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play, second down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, Joe Seeker, he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Dances by him. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start. There with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He'll buy some time right. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a second down. They go play action with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Oh, nice move. Once more the juke. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was covered by Denzel Miller.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And a catch made by Hopkins.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen on the move to his left. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Keeps himself upright. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. Still going. They can't stop it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And now here's another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Hopkins with a quick feet. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He sets to fire deep. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up for Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second down and goal. Burrow, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2000. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Burrow on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes it...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. And it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little...
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mixon with a first down carry. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
From midfield now, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Here's a run with Mixon, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead's down to 24. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 61 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And down to the 7-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force